Okay, good afternoon to all of you. Okay,
Good afternoon, sir.
good afternoon. Okay, sir, you can start. I send the link to Jen. Okay, so let's start. All of you visible the slide? Student?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. So the previous class I will be discuss about up to this, and today we discuss some other thing about the string methods. Okay, so first I recall some things that we'll discuss. That method is equals method, equals ignore case, start with, end with, and contains method. Okay, let's do. So this string, this method equals, that is take string as parameter. What it will be do? Whether two string contain the same characters or not. It will be check the two string contain the same character or not. And it will be written what? It will be written the Boolean value.
Sir, we take this last time.
Okay. This will be completed.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Similarly, equal ignore case is also same thing. We have to here compare the two string, but here ignoring the lower case and upper case, and start with, end with, and contains like this. Okay, do the example here. What would be example? It will be check. It will be take the string, and it will be check start with dr or not. If it is start with dr, then it will be true, and then will be print like that. Okay, let's see. I'm doing this. You can take the string to the user, or directly you can also define here. I'm directly define here string, suppose name. Suppose my string is start like Dr. Rama. Something is there. Like that my string. I will be declared here in the double quote. Then here I'll check if the name, the string, that is the object, then the method name is start with, then here the prefix will be passed. Any part of the string you have to pass. Suppose I have only pass here what? Dr. Inside this I am pass the parameter, suppose dr. So if it is true, then here I am print like this, are you single? Then print like this. Okay, so let's see in my output, whenever I run the program, it will become are you single? Okay, so here what happened? Start with, it will be check. It will check if the particular string start with the dr, then it return true, a Boolean value true. Then if will be true, if this statement will be true, then this statement is under the if, so that the statement will print. Here it will be start with TR, so this statement will be print, that is RU single will be print here. Similarly, here example, the same example is given here. Start with DR, yes, then the statement will be print. Similarly, here another example, here the else if it written name equals ignore case Nayak. System out println, it need your assistant. It will be take what? It will be compare two string with ignoring the case. If name equals ignore case Nayak, then system out println, I need your assistant. Let's see. Just same thing I'm written here. In the if, it written in else if, I'm just written in if. Another condition I'm written here, that is name dot equals ignore case. Okay, that will be ignoring the all the lowercase uppercase letter. Here another string will be the parameter. Okay, suppose another string I'm directly, you can define and pass, or I'm directly pass like this. Suppose N A Y A K. Then here I just written sys out. Some statement I am written. Okay, if it is true, then it will be print that. It will be print that. Else, otherwise. Here I'm print like match or does not match. Only print like. So now see, here what I am checking, name, here name, the string is like this, Dr. Rama, and whatever the string I am pass is Nayak. These two strings are not equal. That means if statement is not executed, only else statement is executed here. So that does not match, will be print here. But I am changing this. See, I am changing to this first string to NAYAK. Okay, NAYAK. And here also NAYAK, this is a lower case, but this is uppercase. If I am using only equals method, these two are not matched. But here I am using equals ignore case. That means this capital or small letter is also matched. That is NAYK, again NAYK. It ignoring the case sensitivity. Okay, see the output here, it is match. It print match. It ignore the case sensitivity. Okay, the capital letter and small letter, it ignoring and then match. But if you give in only equals, the two are not matched because it's small letter and capital letter. Okay, I am giving equals ignore case so that these two are matched, and this statement will print. So this is your work of this equals ignore case start with. Okay, so here the example is given. Similarly, ends and contains, these are some methods are there. Got it or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Any student, any doubt, can ask me. No problem. I will tell. Next, see. Type char. I just. Type char here. Char, a primitive type representing single characters. It is a primitive type or basic data type. Okay, like your integer, that is int, floating point float. Similarly, character is char. This is a basic data type, or this is also called as your primitive type. This is already defined. Represent a single character. It representing what? A single characters. Each character inside a string store a char value. As you already know that a string is what? It is a collection of character. String is a collection of character. If I am written Nayak, N-A-Y-A-K, this is a string and each having a character. So that thing is written, each character inside a string stores as a character value. Each character inside a string stores as a character value. So the literal char value are surrounded with a apostrophe single quote marks. As you know that your string is having a double quote. Whenever you declare, it is a double quote. But here character is what? It is a single quote. Okay, it is a single letter, it is a single quote. For here, single quote, that means it is treated as character. Similarly, /n, single quote, this is treated as character. Like this. This is a character. Like S, it is a single quote, it is a character. It is a legal to have a variable parameters return of a type character. So you can declare like this, string, character, letter S, and then print, we can print this letter. So this is nothing but a character. So let's see in the example. Here you declaring string like this, string name and double quote. Similarly, you can declare your character, that is your data type. What is the data type here? Yeah. Then character name, what is the name? This is my primitive data type name. Every variable having a name, this is a name. Then value. Then value is within the single quote. Suppose this is S. I am declaring the character. Then if you print the character, how to print it? Simple. System out println. Here I am print the name is your letter, the character, the variable name is letter. We can here print the letter. That means this will print. So in the output S will come. Simple. Similarly, if you concatenate, see another example I am showing you. See here I am defining a character. Name is suppose INI initial. Character name is initial. And what is the value? Value is suppose A, capital A. That is my character. Then here what happened? I am concatenate this character with a string. This is also possible. Okay, you can concatenate or merge a character with a string. How? Here see, I am written the character name is initial. Then which is the concatenate operator? Plus, this is the concatenation operator. Then a string. Okay, string is a double quote. So I am written a string. Okay, now I am concatenate a character with a string. Let's see what is the output. See here it is print A Nayak. Okay, if you want some space here, you can also add some space here. You can see here. See in the second line, see A space Nayak. Okay, a character is there. Then concatenate with a string with some space, that is A Nayak. So that the two things are here written. This is the declaration of a character with assigned value and print it. Second is character value can be concatenated with the string. Okay, I am taking the character, then string, and using the plus operator, we can concatenate. Character value can be concatenated with the string. Next, see. So in your string, why you need character here? Because in our string, a method we have used, the name is character art method. Character art method. The characters in a string can be accessed using character art method. Suppose you define a string, then how to access each character of the string? Using the character art method. Okay, let's see an example. Accessing each character of a string. Okay, using character art method. The character in a string can be accessed using your character art method. So I am defining a string first. Suppose string name is food. String name is food. And assigning the value. Suppose I am giving name is cookies. This is the string with a double quote. Then suppose I will be someone want what is the first character of the string. How to get it? First character. Let's see. I am declaring a character CHAR. Name is first letter. Okay, you can give any name. Okay, you can give any name. Then I call the method char art. Okay, I call the method char art. But this is the method is for the string. So using the string object, you can call the method. The string object is food. So food dot the method is char art. And here this method will take a index value as a parameter. As a parameter. Index value as a parameter. So what is the index value? Suppose I am pass here 0. Okay, suppose I am pass the 0. Then whatever the character art here extract, it will be stored in this first letter in the character. This will be extracted value and it will be stored in this first letter. Then let's print this and check it. So here I am printing this. First letter. And take. Here see, the output will be C. Okay, here the output is C. That means it will be give character art 0th index. Here this string in the 0th index, always index will be start from 0. So 0th index is C. Similarly, see, if I am given character art 0, 1, 2, 3. See, my output, it will be K will come here. That means at 0, 1, 2, 3, at the 3 position, it will be written. At the character is K. So the character art return the specific value of a string. Character art return the specific value of a string. Okay. So here we can print like this, just a formatting way. And print this. First letter, then plus each for food. Just like I'm print it. So it will become like this. K is for cookie. Or if you give in the 0, it will be print like this. C is for cookie. Okay, so in this way you can check it. Code will be the total string. So character at what? It will be written the character at a particular position. Okay. Using this, if someone say we can use a loop to print or examine each character of a string. Okay, someone say that you can print each character of the string. This is the string. If someone say please print each character of the string, so what happened? We have check character at 0, character at 1, 2, all the things, then print it. Or you can using a loop and then print all the character. Let's see. Suppose I am print all the character. How to print it? Next program here. I am doing this short program. I am defining another string. Suppose same string is also work, but I am defining here another string. String name is department, and here assigning a string is CSE. Suppose if you want to print each character of the string, what is the character? One is C, another is S, another is E. So how to print it? I am using a loop for integer I equal to 0. Loop will start. Then the condition of the loop or the stopping of the loop is what? Department DPT dot length. What it will be give? It will be give the total length of the string. String is DPT dot length. It will be give. Already you have to know that this will be give the total length of the string. So I will be processed from 0 to total length of the string. Then I plus plus. And inside this, okay, I will give a bracket here. And inside this, I will be extract each character using character art. Okay, I will be called DPT character art, and index is I. Then it will be run I equal to 0, it will be extract C, then I equal to 1, I equal to 2. In this way it will be run, and whatever the value it will be extract, I will store in a character. Suppose CHARC. Okay, the value will be stored into this character. Then here we can print also. Now run the program and see. See the output. First C will become, then S will become, E will become. Now these are each character. Okay, for this particular string, I will be extract each character using character art method. Okay, a for loop I have taken and using character art method to extract each character of the string. Okay, so that is your character art. The same example is here also given. Got it? Or any doubt you can ask? Got it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Next. So previously, this method is okay. Character art is complete. Next we see character versus integer. All character value are assigned numbers internally by the computer called ASCII values. So whenever I am declaring a character, suppose char, char, character name, suppose any name C equal to, suppose I am giving A, capital letter A. But in the computer, for each character, a ASCII value will be stored. Okay, that is full from is American Standard Code for Information Interchange. Okay, each character predefined ASCII value are stored. Example, capital A, the ASCII value is 65. Small a, the ASCII value is 97. For the capital A to capital Z, it will be sequentially start 65, 66, 67 like this. Capital A to Z. Similarly, small a, it will be start from 97, small b 98. In this way, small z, it will be sequentially A, B, C like this. Similarly, for the space, it is 32, star 42. Each character having a ASCII value. Okay, each character having a ASCII value. Whenever you have to declare a character, but in the computer internally, it will be store a number, and this number is called your ASCII value for each character. Computer internally store a number, and the number is called ASCII value. So whenever you mixing a character and integer, causes automatically conversion into integer. So whenever you mix a character with integer, it automatically convert with the integer. See, I'm showing this with example. This thing is done already. Okay, I'll delete it. Here, I'm directly print it. I will be mix what? A character A, then concatenate with a number, then print this. See, the result will become 107. So what it will be converted? A is a character, but in the computer it will be stored a ASCII value. A ASCII value. So for the small a, ASCII value is 97. So it is 97 plus 10. It is give 107. So whenever I mix a character with integer, it automatically convert to a integer. So that is why observation is what? Whenever you mixing character with integer, causes automatic conversion to integer. A 10, then 107. It will be automatically convert to number, then your 107. Similarly, if you mixing with A and A, see here I am mixing with a capital A and A, or small a, you can anything you can mix it. This thing is also internally convert into a number. For the capital A it is 65, again capital A it is 65. So then 65 plus 65, it is 130. We expect the result is 130. Here see, the result is 130. Okay, whatever the character you have to mix it, integer, then it will be give the integer. Again for character, then the ASCII value is added and result will be displayed. But if you want to convert this to character, then what? Suppose here I will be written here character A plus 2. Then character A plus 2. Then what happened? It is a character, another is integer. It is a character, another is integer. So this character ASCII value is 95, then 2, that is 97, 99, 97 to 99. The result is 99. One minute. Okay, so this is a result is 99. But if you want character, okay, but we want that we need a character, equivalent character, then here we use a typecast. How to typecast? See, I am giving a bracket here and typecast to a character. So whatever the integer ASCII value are generated 99, it will be again converted into the character. C. The result is C. Similarly, if you add here 3, then the result will be give what? D. Okay. Without this typecast, it will be give the integer value, ASCII value. But if you give the typecast, then again it will convert to the character. Again it convert to the character. So that if you want to convert again integer to character, we need the typecasting. We need the typecasting. The sound will come. All are muted. One minute. Okay, so this just take a snap. So here, if we convert into integer into equivalent character, typecast it, that using the like this, then it will be again it is character. Next, see character versus string. What is the difference? Already seen that character versus integer. We have already discussed character versus integer. Now character versus string. So here
Sorry, you're not audible.
sorry.
Sorry, you're not audible.
Yes. I will be mistakenly on mute. Okay. Now audible?
Yes, sir.
Audible? Okay. Thank you.
Yes.
Character versus string. We already discussed character versus integer. Now see character versus string. Whenever I am written a letter with double quote, it is a string, and single quote, it is a character. So the two behaves differently. This double quote is a string, but this single quote is a character. So here string is an object. Okay, string is an object. It contains some methods, but character having no methods, because character is a primitive type. It is a basic data type. We can only declare it, assign it, and print it. We cannot use any methods here. But string it is a object, so that different method are there. We already discussed the length method, to uppercase, character art method. We can use only for the string. We cannot use for the character. Okay, we cannot use for the character. Let's I am showing the example so that you can clearly understand. See, the same thing, same example I am giving you. Here I am declaring a string S. Suppose inside this I am declaring HOME, something like that. Another character C, and which is nothing but only H. So as you know that a string is a object, we can call the method. So S dot to uppercase, it will be convert the particular string into the uppercase. Okay, here I am directly also print it. Similarly, I am another method. Sys system out dot println. Inside this I am calling S dot length. Then it will be give the length of the string. Similarly, again I am calling here sys out system out S dot character art index 0. So here at the output first case it is give the uppercase of this string. Next it will be return the length of the string. Next it will be return character at the index 0. So see, first it will be uppercase, then the length of the string 4, then character at 0 position is here H. So for the string we can use like this. But if someone want, can I use here system out? That is my string name C, sorry, character name is C, C to uppercase. If I am using that to uppercase to the character, now see it will come an error. Okay, this is a error. To uppercase on primitive type car. This to uppercase cannot invoke for the primitive type car. That means these methods are not for the character. This is a primitive type. These methods are only for the string. So that thing here, the same thing is here. String we can use this method to uppercase length and character art, but for the primitive type if we use to char of, it will be give error because this is a primitive type. This is not a string. So you can check it in a program. You can print it S plus 1, what will be give C plus 1, S plus S, C plus C. This will be give what? This is convert to a number, and again it will add with the number, and this will be give a number. But if you typecast it, we can find out the character. Similarly, C plus 1, it will be give us a number. Someone S plus S, it will be also, this is convert into ASCII, this is convert into ASCII, and again it will be written a ASCII number. Okay, you have to check it later. Next, comparing with character value. If we compare this character value, then what happens? You can compare the character value with the relational operators. What are the relational operators are available? That is less than, greater than, double equal to, not equal to. These are some relational operator. So whenever I compare A, B, what it will be compare? This will be compare for the ASCII value. Okay, the A ASCII value is what? 97. B is suppose 98. That means 97 less than 98. Yes, it will be returned true. Similarly, if I check it, X, this is capital X, double equal to this. This will be equal. Yes, this ASCII value is same as this. But if you return small x and capital X, this will be not equal. This will be give false here. Similarly, Q not equal to Q, yes. This will be 1. An example that prints the alphabet. So here I will print the alphabet. Very simple example. A for loop is taken. It will be start with character C equal to your A. Then C less than equal to Z. A to Z, small a to small z. Then C plus plus. Inside this, I just printed. What I printed? C. Then check this. It will be print. Your output will be print. Okay. I will be not print in the different line, in the same line, so that you can easily see that. Now see, all the letter is printed here, A to Z, in the output screen. Okay, C will be start from A, C is less than Z, and C plus plus, then all the letter here print. Very simple program to print all the letter. And if you check the relational operator C, here and check if your A less than B, then here I am printed C sum. A is greater. Otherwise, B is greater. Okay, just stop this loop and only check for this. Sorry, A is smaller, and otherwise B is smaller, because I am using here less than. Okay. Now see, the first statement is printed here. A is smaller. That means it is true. So that this statement is printed. So A ASCII value is less than B. So that it will be print. Let's see. I am using equal to. Equal to means double equal to. Whenever check the equality, we have to use this double equality. Okay. Here I am checking A B. This is equal. I am printed equal. A is equal to B. A is not equal to B. Then see the print A is not equal to B. A and B are not equal. Okay, let's see. I am checking with A, small a and small a. Here see A is equal to A. This statement is print. That means A is equal to A. Okay. If I am checking small a with a capital A, small a with capital A. Now see it print A is not equal to A. Okay. This is I am changes to capital A. Now it will be print A is not equal to A. That means this statement is printed. Okay, this is not true. So this statement is printed. That means small a is also not equal to capital A. Because the ASCII value is different. Here the ASCII value is 65. Here the ASCII value is 95. So these two are not equal. So these are some relational operator. Okay, so these are some relational operator. You have to check the character. And here we have to print the alphabet like this. We can print all the alphabets. Similarly, you can test the value of string of character. Okay, you can also test the value of the string character. How to test? Suppose I am taking a string word and through the user I am taking a string. Then I am checking if word that character word length -1 equal to s. So what character that will be written? Particular character at the string. If it is s, then this statement is printed, otherwise not printed. So that you can test the value of string of character. Okay, let's see. I am showing you example. Here you can take the string from the user also, otherwise here I am declaring the string. Suppose name is word and I am passing here suppose RAMAS. This is my string. Then I am checking if this particular string word dot character art. Okay, character art. Then here word dot length, what dot length, the last character equal to s. Then we can print here. You can print suppose true. Otherwise, you can print false. Okay, you can print true, otherwise it's false. Okay, see. Length -1. Because it will be start at 0, so that length -1. Now see, it is true because at the last character it is find s, so that it will be true. Okay, so that character art word length -1. What is the word length? Word length will be written 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. -1, 4. That means it will be start from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So at the 4th character, it will be s. If it is s, it is true. The statement is printed true. If it is not, then it will be false. Suppose here I am giving another letter. Suppose D. And check it. Last character is not D, so that it will be print false. Okay, so in this way you can test the value of the string character. If someone asks that, please search the particular character in the string. We have to search it if it is present or not. Here it will be search for the last character. The last character is D or not, or the last character is S or not. If it is, then true, otherwise false. In this way, you have to test it for the particular string. So that same thing is done here. Okay. So next here is a question. String character question. A cipher, as is casual cipher, is a simple encryption where a message is encoded by shifting each letter by a given amount. 3. Okay, as you know that encryption and decryption, what happens whenever a message is sent to source to destination, we perform the encryption technique for the security. After that, we again perform the decryption technique to retrieve our message. And what is the technique here? Technique is we have to shifting each letter by 3. Okay, means A will be D, H will be K, X will be A, Z will be C, like this. Each letter will be shifted 3. Write a program that reads a message from the user and perform a seizure cipher on its letter. Suppose your message is like this: Brad thinks Angelina is cute. Like this, then your secret key is 3. Then if you encrypt the message, then here the message is like this. Means each letter will be shifted to 3. B will be shifted to 3. R will be shifted to U, like this. This is our message. Okay. So let's try it in our home. Okay. Otherwise, we will discuss in the next class. Okay. Note down the question, all of you, and try in your home. This is your string. You have to take the string and shift the each character to 3 and then print. You have to check it. All of you, please note down this question. Okay.
Done, sir.
Done. Okay. So in case of any doubt, you can ask. Otherwise, you close the session.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, all
Thank
of
you,
you.
sir.
Thank you.
Sir, you will take attendance or not?
1 minute. 1 minute. I will take attendance. 1 minute. Do not leave, please. One minute. Okay, attendance is recorded. Okay. So thank you. Now we can leave.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.